Question number 1. What is the main characteristic of the manual approach in data management? A, data stored in physical files. B, data stored in electronic databases. C, data accessed through SQL queries. D, data processed automatically. The correct answer is A, data stored in physical files. Manual approach. This refers to a traditional method of data management where information is physically stored in folders, cabinets, or binders using paper documents, spreadsheets, or other non-electronic formats. Data stored in electronic databases. B. This is a characteristic of the automated approach using electronic databases managed by database management systems, DBMS. Data accessed through SQL queries. C. This applies to relational databases accessed using a structured query language, SQL, for retrieval and manipulation. While some manual approaches might involve rudimentary indexing for easier retrieval, they wouldn't involve SQL, data processed automatically. D. This is a feature of automated data management systems. Manual approaches require human intervention for all data processing tasks. In essence, the defining characteristic of the manual approach is the reliance on physical storage media for data, as opposed to electronic databases used in automated systems.
Hello viewers, please subscribe my YouTube channel and like and share this video to get or reach large audience. If you're enjoying the content, why not give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button. Your support means a lot and helps the channel grow.
Question number 2. Which approach involves using flat files for storing data? A. Manual approach. B. Traditional file-based approach. C. Database approach. D. Web-based approach. The correct answer is B. Traditional file-based approach. Traditional file-based approach. This approach relies on storing data in flat files, which are simple text files with each line representing a record and each element within a line separated by delimiters like commas or tabs. It's a common method in the manual approach. Manual approach. A. While the manual approach can involve flat files, it's a broader term encompassing any non-electronic data storage, including physical documents or spreadsheets. Database approach. C. Databases store data in a structured format with defined relationships between tables. Flat files lack this structure and interconnectivity. Web-based approach. D. This approach focuses on storing and accessing data through web applications, and the underlying data storage can be either flat files or databases. Question number 3. What is a key disadvantage of the traditional file-based approach? A. Data redundancy. B. Data security. C. Data scalability. D. Data integrity. The correct answer is A. Data redundancy. The key disadvantage of the traditional file-based approach is data redundancy. Here's why. Data redundancy. In flat files, the same piece of data can be stored in multiple locations across different files. This repetition wastes storage space and increases the risk of inconsistencies. Example, imagine a customer's address stored in separate files for orders and invoices. Any change requires updates in both files, raising the possibility of errors. If one update is missed, other disadvantages, data integrity, maintaining data accuracy, integrity, is challenging in flat files. There's no built-in mechanism to enforce data validation rules or prevent conflicting updates. Data scalability. As data volume grows, managing numerous flat files becomes difficult and inefficient. Complex queries across multiple files can be cumbersome. Data security. Implementing robust security measures in flat files requires additional programming effort compared to database systems with built-in security features. While all the options are potential disadvantages, data redundancy is often considered the most critical issue in the traditional file-based approach. Question number 4. Which approach offers better data integrity and consistency? A. Manual approach. B. Traditional file-based approach. C. Database approach. D. Cloud-based approach. The correct answer is C. Database approach. Databases offer significantly better data integrity and consistency compared to other options. Here's why. Data integrity. Databases enforce data validation rules, ensuring data adheres to defined formats and constraints. This minimizes the risk of errors and inconsistencies. Data consistency. Databases maintain data relationships between tables. Changes made in one table are automatically reflected in related tables. promoting consistency across the entire dataset. Why other options incorrect? Manual approach relies on human vigilance, which is prone to errors. Traditional file-based approach lacks built-in mechanisms for data integrity and consistency. Cloud-based approach, while cloud storage can enhance data availability and accessibility, it doesn't inherently improve data integrity and consistency without a proper database system managing the data. Additional points. Databases offer features like transactions, which ensure data updates are complete and consistent, preventing partially updated records. Access control mechanisms within databases restrict unauthorized modifications, further safeguarding data integrity.
Hello viewers, please subscribe my YouTube channel and like and share this video to get or reach large audience. If you're enjoying the content, why not give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button. Your support means a lot and helps the channel grow.
Question number 5. Which approach allows for easier data retrieval and manipulation? A. Manual approach. B. Traditional file-based approach. C. Database approach. D. Network-based approach. Correct answer is C. Database approach. The database approach allows for easier data retrieval and manipulation compared to other options. Here's why. Structured data organization. Databases store data in a well-defined structure, tables, rows, columns, with clear relationships between data points. This structure facilitates efficient searching and filtering of data based on specific criteria. Query languages. Databases use languages like SQL, structured query language, to retrieve and manipulate data. SQL provides a powerful and concise way to specify retrieval conditions and perform various operations on the data. Data integrity. Databases enforce data validation rules, ensuring data consistency and reducing errors. This makes retrieved data more reliable for manipulation and analysis. Data indexing. Databases often leverage indexing techniques for faster data retrieval. Indexes act like shortcuts within the data structure, allowing the database to quickly locate specific data points. Why other options incorrect? A. Manual approach relies on manual searching through files or documents, making retrieval and manipulation slow and error-prone. B. Traditional file-based approach. Searching through numerous flat files can be cumbersome. Manipulation often requires complex programming or editing individual files. D. Network-based approach. While networks facilitate data access, they don't inherently improve retrieval or manipulation. The underlying data storage method, for example, database, determines ease of use. In essence, the database approach provides a structured, searchable, and manipulable environment for data, making it significantly easier to retrieve and work with information compared to other methods. Question number 6. Which approach is most suitable? Correct answer, C. Database approach. The database approach is the most suitable for handling large volumes of complex data for several reasons. Structured data storage. Databases store data in tables with rows and columns, allowing for efficient organization and retrieval. This structure becomes crucial for managing massive data sets. Reduced redundancy. Databases minimize data redundancy by storing information in a single location with defined relationships between tables. This eliminates the need for duplicate data across multiple files, saving storage space and reducing inconsistencies. Complex data relationships. Databases excel at handling complex data relationships. Tables can be linked together based on shared fields, allowing you to efficiently query and analyze data across various categories. This becomes invaluable for managing intricate data connections within large data sets. Data security and access control. Databases offer robust security features to control access to sensitive data and maintain data integrity. This is essential for safeguarding large volumes of potentially confidential information. Scalability. Databases are designed to scale efficiently. As your data volume grows, you can easily add additional storage or processing power without significant restructuring. This ensures your system can accommodate future growth. Other options are not ideal for large and complex data. A. Manual approach, impractical for large data sets due to its slow speed, high error rate, and inability to handle complex relationships. B. Traditional file-based approach becomes cumbersome for large data volumes. Managing numerous files and ensuring consistency across them is challenging. D. Mobile-based approach. While mobile devices can access databases, they are not inherently designed for managing large and complex data sets. Processing power and storage limitations might hinder performance. Question number 7, what is the main difference between file organization and the database approach? A. File organization focuses on storing data in a hierarchical or flat structure, while the database approach stores data in tables with structured rows and columns. B. File organization uses SQL for data retrieval, while the database approach relies on file systems. C. File organization is more efficient for complex data relationships, while the database approach is suitable for simple data structures. D. File organization ensures data redundancy, unlike the database approach. The main difference between file organization and the database approach lies in data structure and management. Correct answer: A. File organization focuses on storing data in a hierarchical or flat structure, while the database approach stores data in tables with structured rows and columns. Explanation: file organization. This involves storing data in files and folders, often arranged in a hierarchical structure, folders within folders, or a flat structure, all files in one location. While data can be organized with categories and subcategories, it lacks the structured relationships found in databases. Database approach. This utilizes tables with rows and columns. Each row represents a record, and each column represents a specific data field, for example, name, age, address. Tables can be linked together based on relationships between data, allowing for complex data structures. Incorrect options. B. File organization uses SQL for data retrieval, while the database approach relies on file systems. SQL, structured query language, is primarily used for retrieving data from databases, not file systems. File organization may use specific tools or programming for data access depending on the file format. C. File organization is more efficient for complex data relationships, while the database approach is suitable for simple data structures. This reverses the strengths. Databases excel at handling complex data relationships with linked tables, while file organization becomes cumbersome for intricate data connections. D. File organization ensures data redundancy, unlike the database approach. This is incorrect. File organization often leads to data redundancy, as the same information might be duplicated across different files. Databases are designed to minimize redundancy by storing data in a single location with defined relationships. Question number 8. Which of the following statements is true regarding data redundancy in file-based systems and database systems? A. File-based systems have a high potential for data redundancy, while database systems eliminate data redundancy. B. Both file-based systems and database systems exhibit the same level of data redundancy. C. Database systems are more prone to data redundancy compared to file-based systems. D. Data redundancy is not a concern in either file-based systems or database systems. The correct answer is A. File-based systems have a high potential for data redundancy, while database systems eliminate data redundancy. File-based systems, data is stored in separate files. The same piece of information can be duplicated across multiple files, leading to redundancy. This wastes storage space and can cause inconsistencies if one copy is updated but not the others. Database systems. Data is stored in a structured format with defined relationships between tables. This minimizes redundancy because information is stored in a single location and linked to other relevant data points. While database systems aim to minimize redundancy, it's not entirely eliminated. In some cases, controlled redundancy might be introduced for specific purposes, like performance optimization or disaster recovery. However, compared to file-based systems, databases offer a significantly lower risk of unintentional redundancy. Incorrect options. B. Both file-based systems and database systems exhibit the same level of data redundancy. Not true. File-based systems are more prone to redundancy. C. Database systems are more prone to data redundancy compared to file-based systems. This reverses the actual advantage of databases. D. Data redundancy is not a concern in either file-based systems or database systems. Redundancy is a major concern in file-based systems and should be minimized in databases. Question number 9. Which of the following is a characteristic of the traditional file-based approach? A. Efficient data retrieval through SQL queries. B. Elimination of data redundancy. C. Storage of files in a hierarchical or flat structure. D. Structured storage in tables with rows and columns. The correct answer is C. Storage of files in a hierarchical or flat structure. Traditional file-based approach. Data is stored in individual files, organized in folders using a hierarchical structure, folders within folders, or a flat structure, all files in one location. There's no inherent structure within the files themselves. Other options: A. Efficient data retrieval through SQL queries. SQL is primarily used for querying data in relational databases, not file-based systems. B. Elimination of data redundancy. File-based systems are actually quite prone to data redundancy, as the same information might be duplicated across different files. D. Structured storage in tables with rows and columns. The structured format is characteristic of databases, not file-based systems. Question number 10. Which approach provides better support for backup and recovery of data file organization or the database approach? A. File organization. B. Database approach. C. Both provide equal support. D. Neither provide support for backup and recovery. The correct answer is B. Database approach. Here's why the database approach is superior for data backup and recovery. Automated backup mechanisms. Most database systems offer built-in functionality for scheduling automatic backups at regular intervals. This ensures a recent copy of the data exists for recovery purposes. Granular recovery. Databases often allow for restoring specific data elements or transactions, providing more control over the recovery process. You can potentially recover only the affected data without needing to restore the entire database. Rollback capabilities. Databases sometimes offer rollback features that allow reverting the entire database to a previous state in case of errors or data corruption. Data integrity checks. Database systems can perform data integrity checks to identify inconsistencies or errors before or after a restore operation. This helps ensure the recovered data is reliable. Limitations of file organization, manual backups. File organization typically relies on manual backups, which are prone to human error and inconsistency. It's easy to forget to back up files regularly or accidentally miss some files. Full file restoration. Restoring from file backups often involves restoring entire files, even if only a small portion of the data within the file needs recovery. This can be inefficient and time-consuming. Data integrity concerns. File organization lacks built-in data integrity checks. Recovering corrupted files might not guarantee accurate data restoration. While both approaches can be used for backup and recovery, the database approach offers a more robust, automated, and controlled solution, making it the better option. Question number 11. Which system provides better support for concurrent access and transaction management, file organization, or the database approach? A. File organization. B. Database approach. C. Both provide equal support. D. Neither supports concurrent access or transaction management. The correct answer is B. Database approach. Here's why the database approach excels in concurrent access and transaction management. Concurrency control. Databases implement mechanisms to control how multiple users can access and modify data simultaneously. This prevents conflicts and ensures data consistency. Locking techniques and concurrency protocols are employed to manage access and maintain data integrity. Transaction management. Transactions are a fundamental concept in databases. They guarantee that a series of database operations are treated as a single unit. Either all operations succeed commit, or none of them do, rollback. This ensures data consistency and prevents partial updates from causing inconsistencies. Isolation levels. Databases offer different isolation levels that control how transactions interact with each other. This allows for a balance between concurrency and data integrity based on specific needs. Limitations of file organization, data locking. Challenges. File organization lacks built-in mechanisms for controlling concurrent access. Multiple users modifying the same file simultaneously can lead to data inconsistencies, for example, lost updates. No transaction management. File-based systems don't offer transaction support. Individual data modifications happen independently, potentially leaving the data in an inconsistent state if errors occur during updates. While it's possible to implement some level of access control in file systems, it's far less robust and sophisticated compared to the comprehensive features provided by databases for concurrent access and transaction management. Question number 12. Which approach involves storing data in physical files using manual methods such as paper documents or spreadsheets? A. Manual approach. B. Traditional file-based approach. C. Database approach. D. Hybrid approach? The correct answer is A. Manual approach. Here's why. Manual approach. This approach relies on human intervention for data storage and management. Physical documents like paper files, notebooks, and spreadsheets are the primary means of storing data. The process is entirely manual, with no reliance on computers or software. Traditional file-based approach, while it involves storing data in files, it utilizes computer systems for storage and organization. Files are typically digital and organized in folders on a computer or network drive. Database approach. This approach utilizes database management software to store and manage data electronically. Data is structured in tables with rows and columns, allowing for efficient retrieval and manipulation. Hybrid approach. This combines elements of both traditional file-based and database approaches. Some data might be stored in digital files, while others are kept in physical formats. However, the hybrid approach doesn't necessarily involve entirely manual methods like the manual approach. Question number 13. What is a primary challenge of the traditional file-based approach in data retrieval? A. Limited data storage capacity. B. Slow data processing speed. C. Data redundancy. D. Data isolation. The primary challenge of the traditional file-based approach in data retrieval is C. Data redundancy. Traditional file-based systems often lead to duplicated data in various files, resulting in inefficiencies, increased storage needs, and potential inconsistencies. A. Limited data storage capacity. While storage capacity is a concern, it's not the primary challenge of the traditional file-based approach. The real issue lies in how data is organized and duplicated. B. Slow data processing speed. Speed can be an issue, but it's not the primary challenge. The main hurdle is the inefficient retrieval caused by scattered data and redundancy. D. Data isolation. This is not the primary challenge. Isolation can be an advantage in certain scenarios, but isn't a significant issue with traditional file-based approaches.
Hello viewers, please subscribe my YouTube channel and like and share this video to get or reach large audience. If you're enjoying the content, why not give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button. Your support means a lot and helps the channel grow.